Hi, it's Adam from Orchards. And yesterday there was a big announcement about how the government had introduced a new law to stop landlords from blanket banning tenants having pets. Today we're going to discuss why that's actually not the case at all. So a bit of an impromptu video today, hence the mufti day. But I was caught out by the media's portrayal of this new law around a landlord blanket ban on pets, and I'll put some screenshots up here of what was being said, and one in particular post that had 17 odd thousand shares. So the reason for the video is because there's going to be a lot of tenants who are going to believe that the law's changed because that's what the news says, but it's not the case. And unfortunately, it's going to create a circumstance where a landlord, a tenant, and an agent ends up having a discussion that they really don't want to have, where an agent has to demonstrate that actually a tenant who believes that there is a law against a blanket ban on pets is wrong. Now, to emphasise, we let to property tenants with pets all the time. I have pets. My two cats, they are part of the family, very much so. They eat less than my boy. They make less noise than the wife. They are probably the best members of this household, and certainly the least messiest. So I've got no problem with pets, and I've rented with pets, and as I say, let to people with pets. So I think there does need to be something, but the way that this is being reported is as if there is a new law in place, is the word that they keep on saying, that stops a landlord from preventing a tenant having a pet. Now that is just, unfortunately, not the case. So to clarify, what the government have done is they've changed the terms of what they refer to as their model tenancy agreement. Now this model tenancy agreement is by no means the industry standard, is not something that's required to be used by law, and if I'm honest, we let hundreds of properties. We know hundreds of let-only landlords as well. We deal with, have great relationship with other letting agents. I'm not aware of a single agent that uses it, or landlord that uses it. So it's something that's unlikely to affect anyone that we deal with anyway. And actually, it doesn't prevent a landlord from stopping you from having a pet. It asks that the landlord gives a reasonable restriction. So, why can't I have a dog in my studio apartment? Well, because maybe having a greyhound, on a third floor apartment with no communal space is a bad idea, maybe. But also a lot of people aren't allowed pets as a leaseholder as well. So you could be the landlord to that tenant, but actually you are only a leaseholder. You have a freeholder above you and your lease says that you can't have pets. So all of these are reasons why people can't have pets in properties, and nothing's changed. So to clarify, the model tenancy agreement has changed. The model tenancy agreement is not used by anybody that I'm aware of. The law around a landlord being able to decline a pet hasn't changed. The procedure in which a landlord has to decline a pet within the model tenancy agreement has changed. So I wanted to get that out there, make it clear. Landlords, you don't have to accept a pet, and even if you're doing it by a model tenancy agreement, you don't have to unreasonably accept a pet. Tenants, you have no right to demand to have a pet. But equally, I think we are at a time, we're at a bit of a crossroads. Landlords, as soon as the tenant fee ban and the deposit cap came in, landlords sort of shut the shutters down on pets because they couldn't have higher deposits to safeguard against damages. So this is where I would say the best application I ever had with a pet was somebody who said, I am going to get you a reference for my dog. And lo and behold, they turned up. They had a reference from their previous landlord who praised the dog, said that every time they'd done an inspection there, it would always been clean, lived in but clean. And they provided me with pictures of their home as well, and little bits like that are just confidence growing. So tenants, the moral of the story is, don't just assume that now, because of all this social media coverage that this new law is having, it means that you're just going to be able to get away with having a pet, like it or lump it. But equally, landlords, you should become a bit more open to considering pets, but perhaps a tenant should go out of their way to prove why their pet should be considered. That's what I'm saying. But hopefully this clears it up a little bit more. If you have any questions in regards to it, then just email adam@orchards.co.uk or call us on 01525 402266. Cheers then.